Welcome into. Are what are we doing? Okay. You talking? I'm talking.
Oh, we're good.
Okay. We good?
Yeah, the some cameras have moved around, but I've got it. No, we're good right there.
All good?
Yep.
All right. Thursday night. Welcome to Hand Raised Guys. Neal McCready, Chase Parham, Clark Ford Studio. We had a little confusion there because as we've been doing the last couple of weeks, Neal will just kind of point at me. So there was like a point, but then kind of thought you were going to talk, and we had a little bit of a whatever, and then
I was starting audition, and audition is running, so we're actually recording right now, and it's in the process. You can see it spinning.
We're back.
We're back.
You think we're good now?
I'm reluctant to say the word good because it's completely out of my control since the men dug, but we're good.
Okay. I think this is better, guys, so just talk to us a little bit in the stream. I know you're getting buffering right now because you're
12 seconds behind us.
Yeah, you're catching the other thing. So
but we're on the other Wi-Fi now.
Okay. So all good?
Appears to be.
We should be getting a yes or a no from them any second, I would think. Good now it seems, Grind?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Good. All right.
Yep.
So we'll talk Ole Miss, Alabama. Neal is in Khalil Mack jersey. Sorry,
Yep.
Somebody said Matt Forte because they only could see the 2. They couldn't see the 5.
No, it's
there.
a 52.
Yeah.
52. Khalil Mack.
George Hallis initials on the sleeve.
There he is.
There you go.
You know there aren't a ton of guys my age who can pull off a Nike size large jersey, and I'm going to claim it. I'm going to claim it today. I'm going to give myself that much.
When did you get that one?
Back in the summer.
Did you?
Yep.
First time you worn it?
Nope. I've worn it when they've played.
What made you get the blue instead of the white?
Because they wear the blue a lot.
Okay.
Is it? And I like Khalil Mack a lot.
For some reason on jerseys, if I was going to wear one, white is what sticks out. I don't know why, but I just always like the white one.
They're wearing blue tonight.
They are?
So that's why I put the blue on.
You have a white one?
I do.
Who's
Trubisky.
Hey,
everybody gets the backup quarterback. Everybody loves backup quarterback.
Oh. Backup quarterback jerseys would be quite the find over the course of the deal. So we'll talk football tonight. Braves in the NLCS. They sweep the Marlins today. Just still pitching the absolute crap out of it.
They destroyed the Marlins in a way that I was like, you know what? I'm glad it was the Marlins and not us.
It might not have been the Cubs, though. It might have been a very entertaining series.
Would have been more entertaining than that. I think the Cubs would have played more than the Marlins.
Kyle Wright, excellent today, former Vanderbilt arm.
Yep.
He was very good for the Braves.
What was he, about 5th in their rotation?
Yeah. Just some dudes.
Astros beat the A's. Astros advance. So we're getting there. I think Rays and Yankees are playing now, and Padres, Dodgers. Dodgers can finish the Padres. That game last night, Dodgers-Padres, was as good a baseball game as you'll ever see.
6-5 Dodgers, right?
Lots of drama. Two teams that don't like each other. Boy, if the Padres could sign a pitcher or two, it's over.
Is that true, Hilton? He says in the thread that says, want to know how it's going in South Carolina. A caller just asked Will Muschamp if he and his coaching staff thought about wearing ski masks because that would be an easier way to steal money from Ray Tanner.
Ooh.
Muschamp laughed it off. So, according to the Twitter sphere, Lane's had a busy night. He had Reb Talk a little while ago. He's left that, and he was interrupting ball calls in Knoxville as Jeremy Pruitt had a caller or a guest in attendance, I don't know which one, had to repeat a question because he was laughing at a text from Lane tonight. So
I'm going to guess it was off color.
You think it was off color?
That'd be a stab in the dark.
He did not repeat the text to anyone. So yeah, I don't know. I read on board, and if this isn't true, then okay, whatever. But our board says that on Feinbaum, Lane mentioned that he has a group text with Jeremy Pruitt, Kirby Smart, and Will Muschamp that is, quote, pretty active. So,
that would make sense.
Former Saban disciples.
Saban disciples. It's hard for me to tell you how good of a dude Will Muschamp is.
It kind of bothers me that Will Muschamp and Kirby Smart get along because I can't stand Kirby Smart. He just seems so fake.
Well,
that I can't.
I have a feeling behind the scenes Kirby's more normal.
Yeah.
And people love Jeremy Pruitt who know him well.
Seems like a good enough dude.
I mean, everybody I've met who knows him well really is high on him. And you won't meet a better guy than Will Muschamp. intense, crazy, but I'm talking about the person, away from the adrenaline.
They could sell really good price subscriptions to that group text. Let people just voyeur on in and check out that bad boy.
I suspect it would change at that point.
Yeah.
It would get a little more guarded.
How much football do you think is actually discussed in that group text?
Virtually none.
Yeah. Hardly ever.
Yeah, I mean, less than one.
If anything, it'd be like, hey, what are you hearing about the weather? On like maybe something like that one time, and that is about it. Like,
maybe.
Yeah, like nothing.
1% tops. A congratulations kind of thing. My guess is it's pretty off color, pretty funny. Guys being guys, blowing some steam.
All with same schedules, same stuff going on.
Yep, probably some Saban stuff in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Saban did a pretty good job of laughing Lane off yesterday. It was fine.
Look.
He did not – but you know what I mean? He could have been like, oh, I'm not going to – like, you know what I mean? He could have completely just ignored it. He didn't. He played along enough.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, why not?
Well, why not? It's true, but we are talking about the guy who said he didn't know when the election was last time.
Yeah.
I mean, he does get a little stupid from time to time in press conferences.
Kiffin helped his program. Period. I don't know, stuff happened, and there was off-the-field stuff and all that, but Kiffin helped Nick Saban's program. And Nick Saban helped Lane Kiffin. Why would the two men hate each other?
Well, they don't at all hate each other.
No, of course not. That's a media thing. Yeah, Kenneth, we will open phone lines. We'll do it here momentarily.
Yeah. Game out at 6:30, which if you believe that had anything to do with the weather, then I have oceanfront property in South Dakota for you.
I've got some in Topeka. It's really nice. You'll love
come
it.
on, guys. Like
ESPN
the
said,
press release saying it had to do with the weather is one of the dumber things I've seen in a really long time because whatever the rain's doing at 5, it's going to be doing the same or worse at 6:30.
That was ESPN saying, hey, you remember how we were going to have LSU and Missouri at 8? And we were going to have you guys at 5? We need to split the difference.
I mean, it just defied logic. I don't get how you can't go, you know what, we got a different TV time slot. We decided to do this instead. What the hell's wrong with this, the answer?
Come on. It's 2020. Have you watched any of the debates where no one answers a question?
The official SEC press release. The kickoff time for Ole Miss at Alabama football game to be played Saturday in Oxford has been changed to 6:30 p.m. Central Time due to Hurricane Delta. It was announced Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know. I laughed. That's fine. I mean, we'll go on the air at 4:30 or on the stream or whatever the hell it is. 4:30, we'll do a pregame show. We'll watch the show with you, watch the game with you. We'll have a watch party, and then I guess we'll start hand raise guys like at 10 o'clock, and we'll just see what the hell happens. I mean, I don't – 10 o'clock is late, but we'll ride with you. And
do you power through with coffee knowing you'll be awake till 3 a.m., or do you just –
Oh, hell no. No.
You won't try the coffee route at like 9:30 and go, hey, let's –
Oh, no.
Really?
No, I'll just pour another drink. We'll just see where it goes.
Okay. Because I can have coffee and I'll be great. I'll be wired, but then at like 2:30 in the morning, I'll be like,
well, I mean, you can go in there and get a cup of coffee at 9:30 in the morning. I'm not going to stop you, but at 3 in the morning when you're wired, don't call me.
Yeah, I don't think I'll sleep.
Because I don't sleep well anyway.
I'll fall asleep, but then I'll wake up and that'll be it. I'll be screwed. So, yeah, I know, I get it. I just the lie is so dumb.
It's just spin instead of saying, hey, this is
in theory it was due to Hurricane Delta because Missouri LSU got screwed up and is played in Columbia now.
I can tell you this. One thing I can say with 100% certainty. The idea of moving the game to another date was just never really seriously entertained.
No. I think Sunday had more traction than anything, and it didn't have a ton of traction.
It didn't. Neither team wanted to do that.
No.
I mean, Alabama plays Georgia on next Saturday. Ole Miss
has a very winnable game.
Has a very winnable game. So neither team wanted to do that. I think Friday would have worked if they would have attacked it earlier in the week.
They just waited too late.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you had looked at it on Tuesday and said, hey, you know what, let's just screw it. Let's play Friday night. I actually think both teams would have signed off on that pretty quickly. But it was too late. And November the 7th is just tempting the COVID gods. And if you watched any NFL news over the course of this week, the Titans had some issues, the Patriots, I don't know who else. I don't know who else. Had some just enough COVID stuff to go, you know what, let's not play. Let's not play with this. Let's just go ahead and get it in. Let's leave that flexibility in the schedule. Because now, at the end of this weekend, if everybody gets the games in, the SEC says, okay, now we have 9 weeks to play 7 games.
Correct.
Now you're in better shape. And then before you know it, you've got, 8 weeks to play 6 games, and you start working your numbers down, and you feel pretty good about getting it in, honoring the TV contract, and getting your money. All of it.
It is moving slightly west, but that does hardly anything for anybody because you don't want to be in the middle or east of a hurricane. So you actually needed it to move east if it was doing anything.
Yeah, or move.
The center is more like the Delta now instead of Oxford.
Yeah, you start.
There for a while, we were just right. I mean, we were midline in that thing.
Having lived on the coast, you just start cheering for other people to suffer the destruction instead of you.
Yeah, like a couple of degrees turn is a big deal. It's like, oh, well, hey, start moving that way and whatever. But, yeah, you always want to be on the west side of it, and that is not the case whatsoever. Denny says, according to the 7 p.m. projection, the path isn't North Mississippi until 1 a.m. Sunday morning, if he's looking at it right. So it's slowed down a little bit if that's the case.
Okay.
Yeah, then
cool.
Bama back in Tuscaloosa by then. Or close.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, whatever. I did have one thing. We talked about this the other day. I'm not going to stay on debate hardly at all, but we were mentioning how there's no undecided voter, that everybody can't to be on one side or another or whatever. Of all people, I did see a story. I think I saw it in Esquire, but it's probably been all over because he's a name. Ken Bone, remember the guy from 16 that wore the red sweater and asked the energy questions of Hillary and Trump and kind of went viral for a little while, kind of a pudgy dude. You don't remember this?
Not really.
Okay. He was wearing a weird red Izod sweater. And
I probably tried to block. Oh, I do remember that.
His name was Ken Bone.
And they put him on Saturday Night Live.
Yes. He was an undecided voter at the town hall in 16.
Yeah.
Well, he's undecided this year too, he says.
Mm-hmm.
But he did make a point, as much as full of crap as he is, that it's not really undecided, it's uncommitted. And I thought, you know what? That actually does make some sense because I don't think anybody is sitting here as a 5 on this thing and goes, I just don't know even which way I'm leaning. But with everything going on right now and both sides having varying degrees of crazy going on,
mm-hmm.
I do think you're trying to rally your own base to show up. I do think that lukewarm version of your base is uncommitted, whether they're even going to take the time to go to the dang poll that day or not. So I do think from that realm, the debates are sort of important. Look, they're not changing anybody's mind because nobody's getting minds changed in 2020 on anything. But that dude who's a 6.5, or he's a 6 Republican, or he's a 4 or 4.5 Democrat, he might go, you know what you do, or you turn me off, or the other guy pisses me off a little more.
Yeah.
That might be enough to at least get him to the poll that day. I think that's what they're doing. They're trying to pick up the lower part of their base. They're not actually trying to change undecided voters' minds one way or the other. It's a nuanced thing, but it just struck me earlier today when I was seeing Ken Bone say this.
I thought last night was. We're not going to get into it. We did some on Mind on My Money, which will be up tomorrow. I thought last night was pretty interesting. The refusal of both candidates. They were asked a very pointed question about the fact that the people at the top of their respective tickets are old and don't appear to be completely healthy mentally.
Sure.
And neither Mike Pence nor Kamala Harris would answer that question. Wouldn't touch it. It was really my only complaint with the moderator last night is I wish she would have stopped and said, now hold up. Time out. This feels big, and both of you just avoided the hell out of this question. I want an answer. And then if they still don't answer, well, then that tells you a lot.
Kanye was on the ballot in Mississippi.
Was he?
Yeah. Yeah, Grind says he forgot what state it was. It might be a lot of states, but at least was here. I expect turnout to be really low all the way around. Even Democrat and Republican. I just think turnout's low.
I think you're going to see Trump fatigue at the ballot box, and I think you're going to see people are not motivated to vote for Joe Biden. I think it's two things. I think people are tired of Donald Trump, and I think people feel like they're being lied to by the Democratic ticket. And both of those things can be true at the same time. People can be absolutely exhausted of this, and at the same time look at that and go, come on. Ben says his favorite Kamala was the Ugandan giant. I'm with you. My friend Johnny Goff and I were having that conversation yesterday. Kamala, the Ugandan warrior, was a stud back in the day. Remember him? Is he before your time?
Yeah, I wasn't around for that.
Big guy. He'd walk around and he'd pat his belly, and he had stars and moons and stuff painted on him.
Okay.
It's fantastic. Kamala, the Ugandan warrior.
Sure. What year are we talking about?
Let's just be 80s, early 90s. Yeah, 80s. Grind says, let me moderate. I'd love to moderate. Honestly, last night would have been a great night to moderate. I would have stopped a few times and said, because to both of the candidates' credit, they didn't interrupt each other that much as it pertains to a president, as comparatively on a scale. They were fairly respectful of each other's space, if you will.
It was almost a sane conversation for 90 minutes.
It was, and there were 2 or 3 times when you could have stopped as a moderator and said, now hold up, you didn't answer what I asked you at all. And so I'm going to re-ask it, and I can't make you answer it, but I'm going to put you on the spot here where you not answering this twice becomes a story.
Well, there should be 2 things moving forward, if there are even debates moving forward, there should be a mute button where when your time's up, they just cut the damn mic off.
Well, I didn't
Why
mind.
Why not?
Well, both of them were finishing thoughts.
Well, that's fine.
And that was fine. Yeah.
After that, just cut it off.
Yeah.
We can do it on, Around the Horn on ESPN. We can do it here for a presidential debate.
I actually thought last night was okay. And if you look at the tail of the tape at the end,
saw that. 30 whatever
it was
to 30
separated
whatever.
by 3 seconds.
Yeah. So good job on that part.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I had no problem with there were a couple of times that Pence, who just talks slower, wanted to finish a point. I was cool with that.
No, that's fine. There's no issue there.
I was cool with that. But there were 2 or 3 occasions where neither candidate would answer the question, and I wish the moderator, Susan, whatever her name is, Susan Page with USA Today, I wish she would have said, "No, hold up, both of you. Both of you didn't even remotely address what I just asked." Like today, Biden was asked again about stacking the court, and he said, "I'll tell you about that after the election." It's like, whoa. No. Are you stacking the court or not? Because now it seems to be you are stacking the court, which should bother people.
Yeah, there is no after the election. That's the whole point
now. The whole point, Joe. Yeah, exactly.
On both sides.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? Oh, gosh.
All right, Bucks and Bears have kicked off.
3-1 Bucks, 3-1 Bears.
Bucks going with the all whites, pewter helmet.
Bucks haven't lost since that opening day in the Superdome.
That's a good looking uni right there.
That's a good road uniform right there.
That's a good looking. This is a good uniform game. The Bears with their traditional home uniform, the dark navy on the white pant with the dark navy helmet.
Bears have really good suits.
Bears have great suits. This is a classic. This is a classic uniform game.
Figure out who it was. Saw it a minute ago. Scopey in the on the Twitter sphere, he tried out the St. Elmo's steak sauce and steak seasoning tonight. Put some pictures on there. Yeah.
Okay, so the seasoning is great.
Put it on everything.
The sauce is actually okay on chicken,
pork,
Probably pork. I haven't had
That's
it with pork.
about it. Keep it as far away from your beef as you can do.
Don't let that get near your steak.
I know it says steak sauce.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care what it says.
It is there to punish people who eat steak sauce on their steak, I feel like.
Agreed.
Like that is somebody going, you know what?
It's almost like it comes up off the steak and goes, you psychopath. You're not supposed to put this on a good steak.
This is what this is going to taste like.
Yeah.
Because I haven't like put it on a filet or something. I'm not 8 years old or a psychopath. But I did try to put it on like a hanger steak sandwich. And no, it was bad. It was really bad.
Isn't that funny? Because the seasoning
is awesome.
Is spectacular.
Like I said, vegetables, Brussels sprouts, asparagus, meat, anything. The seasoning's great.
Scrambled eggs, delicious.
Oh, I hadn't tried that.
Oh, it's really good.
Cocktail sauce is good. I still have not tried the creamy horseradish.
I haven't either. And
it's probably good because, by God, they like their horseradish.
It looks good.
But I have not tried that. But, yeah, don't.
Larry Joe says there's a way to eat it with steak. I'll tell you how after the election.
I mean, it has a weird. It's a tang. It's not even sweet. It's just.
It's almost got an A1 quality to it,
but it's not as good.
But not as good. Yeah,
no, A1's fine as an all-purpose. Sauce.
Yeah, it's the sauce is fairly good on chicken. It's okay, but that's it. I haven't tried pork. I could see how it would work on pork.
But yeah, anything beef related, don't try it on a burger. Don't do that. Don't. No.
A1's good on a burger.
Oh yeah, I have no.
Really good on a burger.
A1 used to order ribeye steak sandwiches with cheese and A1 on Texas toast back in the day in Amory, and that was one that was.
You throw some jalapenos or pickles on that, and you're in.
What is Ole Miss wearing? They were in what now? Navy, and white.
Oh, really?
Is that what they're doing? I haven't seen that.
Oh, Navy helmets, Navy jerseys, white pants.
Well, that's the only way to wear Navy jerseys, I feel like. But that actually might be okay.
Is it the plain white pant, or does it have a stripe?
I don't know. I'm pulling up Ole Miss football on Twitter to see what it says.
I have decided I don't like the plain white pant because I'm looking at two white pants right here that both have the stripe down the side, and I'm a fan.
So you're all against the white pant?
Not against it. I think you could do better. I think there's a way to be more creative.
All right. It says night navy.
Oh, 74 was holding big time.
Navy hat, navy shirt, white shoes, white pant. Yep.
So the
navy, white.
Navy, white. So the plain white pant.
Plain white pant with the red swoosh. Same one as the powder blue.
Yeah. So that's their only white pant.
Probably, yeah.
Not my thing. They're 2 for $3.
It looks better than the gray pant, though. The white pant does really help the navy top.
Can you turn your computer? Let me look.
Yeah.
It won't affect your camera anymore because your camera's over here.
Yeah, hold on. Let's figure out. Let me get to the.
It's not bad.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. Bama's going to wear crimson, white on white.
Well, yeah, you know what they're going to do.
But they might come out in like metallic pewter or something.
They're one of like 4 schools in the country that can just.
Well, they stopped even the houndstooth on their thing.
Well, that was just a one-time thing.
Yeah, no, well, it was a one season. It was Bear Bryant's whatever.
Yeah, but they only wore one game.
Oh, was that really it? Was it against Ole Miss then?
The Ole Miss game.
Okay, because that was what I saw.
They wore one game.
So that wasn't a season.
No, and that was a whole. We did 3 hours of radio talk show on
them putting it was the houndstooth on the collar.
People were no, you don't mess with
Even though it was the Bears.
It didn't matter.
Pattern?
Nope.
Also, he had a really good PR agent in so many different ways because almost every freaking coach wore the same hat. Like back then, every coach wore a hat. He wasn't the only dude to wear houndstooth. That doesn't necessarily bother me. Just pointing that out. Let's see.
Grind says Navy should only be worn at home versus Auburn wear powder against any team that has red in their color scheme. I have to think about that for a minute.
It would complement Auburn well when they both do the navy and the white and whatever. It would kind of look. He was open.
He was open. He was really open. Crowd goes wild. Travis says, are they doing plain white pants because new pants are being made for next year and they are slowly going away from older looks and just can't right now? That's a good question. It's a good question. I'm being careful.
You think there's a transition?
I'm being careful here, but I think the gray pants are being transitioned out.
Okay.
I mean, I do.
You don't think they're being worn this year?
I didn't say that. I think they're being phased out. I don't know how long it would take to order some pants, but a white pant with a blue stripe, a powder stripe, would probably not be difficult to get done.
I guess the question though is if you're gonna wear the gray at some point on pants, I mean Saturday would make a lot of sense.
Unless
you know what I mean?
just yeah. Oh, he didn't catch that.
Unless you're just going to wear them on the road at some point with the white tops and whatever color.
Excuse me. I've never liked it with the white top.
You think it's got to be red or blue on the gray?
I like the red jersey with the gray pants is fine. It's about the only time I like the gray.
Okay. They holding to a field goal? Are we still?
Yeah, it's 4th and 6.
Got a couple packages. We'll do that before we go to calls.
Yeah, we'll take some calls in here in a minute. These packages have been sitting here for...
I hope it's not anything that was like alive or could spoil.
If it was alive, it's not alive anymore. 3-0 Bucks, 9:48 to go in the first.
To Oxford Exxon Podcast. Let's see, where did this come from? I don't see a return, which is kind of weird, but I don't. Anyway. We don't need a box cutter or a knife for this one, so that's kind of nice. Clothing. Chase and Neal, really enjoy your content and coverage. Videos and podcasts full of great insight and information. Shirts are courtesy of the Barnes & Noble bookstore at UNC Charlotte, and were made for the bookstore exclusively. You guys now have something unique from UNCC. Keep up the great work. And
awesome.
stay safe. Jay from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Thank you, Jay. Very kind of you. Got to move it to your right. There you go. That's good. Bring him down just a little. There you go. A fluffy, what is he, a fluffy niner? They can have a fluffy niner, but Ole Miss can't come up with a fluffy shark.
I do like the niner on the back.
He's nice.
Seeing if these are any different sizes or anything.
Webb checks in, says hello. Hey, Webb. What's up, man? Thank you. It's very nice.
Yeah, I like the character on the back. It looks good. I have no issues at all there with the character on the back.
Ole Miss getting any closer to the fluffy shark?
I have not heard of any movement in that regard.
You have an interview tomorrow. Are you going to ask about the shark?
You mean to do that? You want to open with?
I mean, I think it's a question that the people would like to know.
Where are we on the shark?
Chase is talking to Keith Carter tomorrow. You'll see it on the Saturday pregame show. Tell us in the thread whether he should ask about the shark.
I mean,
what else are you asking about?
Mostly COVID, 22 minutes worth. Maybe what he thought about the debates. Whether he's had a fly on his head before.
I got a little angry yesterday with
whether he got any.
Everybody was obsessed with the stupid flies. Like, come
whatever.
on. Let's not get lost in the.
I mean, we could just do our own fluffy shark and put it on clothing.
We have not done the suckers. BB Bear wants to know if we've done the suckers.
We tried to do it one night, and people wouldn't play along.
There's going to have to be some money raised. What do you have there?
This is from Sam in Los Angeles, California.
Okay.
So, don't know. It's a couple different bags.
All right. So far, the answer is an affirmative. You should absolutely ask about the shark.
I was seeing one of these bags.
And don't let him pull a Mike Pence, Kamala Harris on you and not answer.
All right, we got a ton of beef jerky.
Okay.
A lot of beef jerky here.
Honey Chipotle beef jerky.
Yeah.
All right.
Alien Fresh Jerky Premium, the best jerky in the universe. We'll pop it over and try it in a second.
That's a hell of a claim. It's a big universe. You
don't
don't know who else is out there.
We'll taste it in a second. Then we have appears to be some sort of gift bag, and we have parking citations, knock knock nifty notes. So you can pull these off if somebody backs their truck in or parks weirdly. You can put your own sticker on their truck and basically call them whatever you'd like.
Well, that's a thought.
You can fill those out. We got those.
All right.
We have Golfing Nevada, Coyote Springs Golf Club. I'm taking any trips toward Vegas.
That looks very nice.
Toward Nevada, it does. Nevada, right? It's not Nevada.
I think it's Nevada. I've only been once.
We have First World Problem pencils.
Okay.
Yeah. Going to be notepads, more pencils. Cool.
Eric refers to that as a Karen sticker.
That's.
People get worked up with parking.
Then just for Neal on his desk, I'll be nicer if you'll be smarter.
That's fair.
Nameplate for McCready's desk.
That's more than fair.
That is what we have here from Sam. Thank you. A very eclectic and nice set of unboxings there.
All right, you want to open the phone lines?
Yeah, I'm gonna try the jerky first.
Okay, yeah, I'll try some jerky too.
Again, if you're listening to us on the pod on Friday, God bless you and we love you, but you get a lot of dead air, you get a lot of just stuff with us.
Yeah, it is what it is. I'm not even apologizing for it. We taped a soft verbal today, talked a lot of recruiting. Taped a Mind on My Money. You'll hear that tomorrow if you're so inclined.
What do we order? What do we open? The honey with Chipotle?
Yeah. Is there more in there?
Yeah, I think there's.
Okay.
Oh, it's got a good spice to it. It's good. It's really sweet on the front end. Got a little bit of Chipotle kick on the back end.
That's good.
That's really good. I like jerky a lot. Like it.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. Bowles is worse than Trubisky.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
No.
I do. All right, let's see. I might have made it in the wrong scene. I did. I'll make one here. It's no big deal. It's fast.
What's going on?
I was making a
burner phone thing?
Uh-huh. Oh, I know what I did. I can do it in two different scenes.
Neal was really figuring out the scenes.
Well, I really have. I've kind of gotten better at it. There it is. All right, so that's open, and so I will make sure that Skype is open as well. There it is. So we'll take your call, 662-259-0991. I just have no idea what the hell we're talking about today. So we get to Thursday night, and it's like, whatever.
there's nothing left football wise at that point.
Mm-hmm.
It's over.
No.
I mean,
What's up, Bubba?
Hey, how y'all boys doing?
We're eating some jerky. It's pretty good. Are you a beef jerky fan?
Of course I am.
Yes.
I'd do about anything right now. Just had a long 4 days, boys.
Well, what happened? Tell us about it.
Had my appendix taken out. I'm sitting up in bed.
Oh, that's bad. What happened?
Just got a big pain on Sunday, and coming in, I was just sitting there, and I woke up. I just had a pain, so they rushed me over to North Mississippi and Tupelo, and Dr. Harrison took my appendix out. Didn't rupture, so I'm all right, but I'll be down and out for a couple of weeks, but I'll be all right.
so how long are you in the hospital?
3 days.
Oh, really?
Came back, came back yesterday. So, not getting waited on, but it is what it is.
All the dogs laying with you and stuff. You got Miller over there by you.
No, he's in the other room. He's too rambunctious. I got to be careful. Senior's sitting here with me. He's older and just like sleep.
So in the event
got a little.
In the event that Ole Miss knocks off Alabama on Saturday, any chance of a celebration with Mary? It's out, right?
That's right. I mean, boys, that ain't gonna happen. I think that hurricane is going to make it hard on us. I don't have Daddy on the line tonight. He didn't even want me to call in, but I told him I would. But anyway, it's just been one of those days. I've just been kind of chilling. You can only watch. I'm getting kind of stir crazy. So much TV. I'm used to going in the truck and getting away. So
what did you watch?
We'll see how it goes.
What all did you watch on TV?
I watched Versailles, whatever it is.
Versailles.
On Netflix today, yeah. And that was that's straight up pornography a little bit, but it'd be all right.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I'm sitting here. It's good. Just don't let you. Well, I guess Carson's old enough, but there's some good-looking women in it, and just been kind of watching that, and then just kind of chilling out. So I've got my son-in-law's coming tomorrow, and then he's going to the game. And I think he's crazy. I told him he's going to need to swim to get there. But anyway, we'll see how it goes. I just got one question tonight. Have you heard, is the game going to be moved? And I know it moved 1 hour, but wondering if you guys have heard anything, days, or do you even know?
They're playing Saturday at 6:30 Central Time.
Okay. Well, that's where I'm at. So, and I hate Daddy couldn't call in tonight because he's talking a lot of noise, thinking Tennessee's going to be really good. But I'll will probably call in on Saturday, and I pray to God they don't win because he is drinking the Kool-Aid. So
Vols are back, baby.
I don't see the Rebels winning at all. Yeah, I hate to say it, but I've heard there's an old rumor going around. I've read on the internet that maybe old Saban might run the score up on Lane just to prove a point. Have you boys heard anything?
Haven't heard that.
Very doubtful.
I tend to disagree with that philosophy. I think if anything, Saban will want to get out of there because he's got another game coming up next week that's, no offense to Ole Miss,
a lot bigger.
A little bigger. Certainly a lot riskier.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. All right, well, you boys, I hope you're doing well, and I'll give you a call on Saturday with Daddy.
All right, we look forward to it, Claude. Bubba. Thanks.
All right. Oh, God.
I don't know what made me laugh, but it did. Picks is up. It went up this morning there on the website at rebelgrove.com. As Neal said, everybody's pretty tight. Jeffrey and I 19-13. You're 18-14. Zach 17-15 currently.
Yeah, everybody's in it.
Well, it's early to be out of it.
Well, you can get out of it. Hey, who do we have?
This is Trucker Mike coming to y'all live from Hickory, North Carolina.
Trucker Mike, what's up, man?
I'll just trying to get this mess of a week over with.
Where is Hickory?
It's about 20 miles west of Statesville.
That doesn't help me at all.
There on 40.
Where is Statesville?
Statesville is just north of Charlotte.
Oh, okay.
So I'm kind of just northwest of Charlotte, kind of.
How far are you going tonight?
I'm done. I've been driving all night here this week, but thank God I dropped off around lunch today, and I don't have to pick up till in the morning coming home.
So you're just hanging out in the cab?
Yep, hanging out in the cab.
It's like, what's that? How much room? How much room is in the cab? Like when you're just chilling in the cab, what's that look like?
If you've ever sat in the cab of a big dually truck or like one of them Dodge mega cabs or something like that, it's about the same. It ain't a whole lot of room, but you can sit up here and watch the truck stop rigmarole go on. And
so what do? You have like Wi-Fi in there, or what do you have a hotspot, or how does that work?
Now I just use my cell phone. Most time I stay in areas where I got pretty good service. So.
Hickory is the home of Lenore Ryan. That's where Rebel the Bear got into the transfer portal and went to. So you could go visit him while you're up there.
That's right.
You could.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, I'm trying to get out of here. As soon as I get up in the morning, I'm checking out. So.
Already had.
Well, one thing I will say, I was proud of the old Rebels Saturday.
That has been a very common theme. Everybody having a little bit of excitement, a little bit of fun. Was it obviously the win? Was it just how they played in addition to that, or did they have to get the W to get you there?
Well, the way they played, they fought back. They never give up. And, you know, if this same scenario would have happened last year, we would not have won that game.
They would have quit on the reversal at the goal line.
They would have quit at 28-14.
Oh, okay. That's probably, yeah.
Well, not only that, but, you know, just the two games so far, you know, the John Rice, it seems like the John Rice Plumlee gimmick is up as far as the quarterback runs and all that, because he's getting sniffed out pretty quick.
Yeah, they're gonna if that's gonna work, they're gonna have to mix in some pass with that.
They got to give him more of the offense.
You have to do something with it. They don't appear to be trusting.
They're bogging down their own offense and not giving him a chance all at the same time. That's the only criticism of the play calling at this point is what they're doing with Plumlee.
That's right. So, do y'all think we're going to be able to get the game off Saturday?
Yeah, I think so.
It might be a little wet, but
I mean, they've played.
Yeah,
people have played games in a tropical depression before. I mean, no, seriously, that sounds like a joke, but I don't mean it to be. You can play.
Oh yeah, my senior year of high school, every game we played was a monsoon. So. Yeah, just good thing we was a running team.
Where'd you go to high school?
Jay-Z, Georgia. I probably ain't never heard of it.
No, where's that?
It's there in North Carrollton, Mississippi.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
You never heard of Jay-Z, George? No.
No, I haven't. I'm still learning my Mississippi geography after all these years.
We could give you some really pretty random names over the course of the day. You'd have a hard time with.
I have no doubt.
They just played Walnut this past week. Walnut beat up on them pretty good.
So you played every game in a tropical storm. That's a hell of a season.
Well, I mean, it wasn't tropical storms, but I mean, it rained every Friday.
Gotcha.
I mean, it was. I remember we'd play over in the Delta. Play some of them Delta teams, and the sideline would be just swampy. I mean, it was a mess.
Mosquitoes everywhere, right?
Man, it was terrible. We played at Shaw one night. Shaw's just south of Cleveland over there, a little small school. And the mosquitoes were so bad, they darn near cut. They already had poor lighting out there. The mosquitoes were so bad, they were covering up the field lights.
Yeah, we would play baseball playoffs in the Delta, and you would never have night games because they wouldn't have lights because they said between mosquitoes and everything else, they just played during the day. So we have to get over there and play at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Man, them mosquitoes over there is something serious. They'll come up and take your wallet if you ain't careful.
Yeah. You experienced those, McCready?
I have not. All right, Mike. Thank you.
Yeah. Y'all fellas have a good one.
All right. You take care, Mike. That was Mike the trucker, and I messed up our scene. I'll have to change that. It's all right. It's going to be fine.
He can't just be Mike. It's got to be Mike the trucker.
Well, I'm accidentally moved some stuff out, so we'll fix it. No big deal.
No, I meant you said that's Mike the trucker.
Oh, yeah. Did you see I'd created a new scene for us. Did you see that?
I did see that. Looked good.
It looked okay, huh? Yeah.
I've never heard mosquito take your wallet.
I've never heard that either. Who do we have here? Hey, who's on?
Hello, this is Mark from D.C. I have one of the 4%ers here that would like to say hello.
Okay.
Greetings.
Hey, who do we have?
This is Hillary.
Hey, Hillary, what's up?
Oh, no, not much. Just hanging out in the coolest man cave ever.
Oh, yeah? Tell us about it. What makes it so
my
cool?
husband collects game-used or authentic jerseys. Game-used, he corrected me. And Ole Miss helmets and footballs and stuff, and it's pretty sick.
Whose jerseys do we have?
That's what I wanted to know, too.
How much time you got?
Go ahead.
I don't know.
We'll be here a minute.
Surprise us.
Laramie Tunzel, Evan Ingram. That's just 2. Mike Hilton.
Did you borrow, you're in the D.C. area. Did you borrow Laramie's from KJ Hughes?
Do what now?
Nothing. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry. Laramie, Evan.
We're on speakerphone, so I'm kind of passing the phone back and forth to the wife.
Okay. Is it all Ole Miss, or do we have like some other schools in there too?
I have 3 racks. So I have an Ole Miss rack, a Nashville Predators rack. So I've lived in Nashville the past 4 years. I moved to D.C. and then a Ole Miss in the NFL/MLB rack as well. So I have a good bit of those as well, like game used. I have a couple of Laramie Tunzel game used from the Dolphins. Let's see, Evan Ingram with the Giants. That's just to name a few, but I have quite a bit. Dexter McCluster.
38.
Who's the 38?
Mike Hilton.
Oh, okay. Yeah, pretty good collection then. It's not bad. I'm good.
Anyway, I have a question. So, with Corral playing as good as he has for the past 2 weeks, what do you think his draft stock could be following this season? Because he isn't eligible for the NFL draft.
I think I would be surprised if he left for the draft this year for sure. But I mean, look, if you said Mike Corral played in the NFL, I wouldn't be completely stunned by that. He's got the arm strength. He's starting to make the appropriate decisions. He's starting. I thought that Lane had a really good, interesting point on Monday because he said Matt's not staying in the pocket as much as he would like. That he's still got some happy feet. And that felt like a very NFL evaluation. You know what I mean, Neal? Because he's improvising right now in such a way that he's giving a lot of colleges fits. But I think Lane was talking from a development standpoint as he keeps progressing. That's one of the big things is the staying in the pocket. That felt like kind of a future, hey, that's something necessary for the next level. I
know a few NFL people, and I haven't asked about Matt specifically, but I can tell you that he's going to have to put a lot more than 2 games
of course, on
the resume. He's probably going to put more than 1 year on the resume. I think I know he's draft eligible. I don't foresee a scenario where Matt were to leave for the NFL at the end of this year. Now, if he throws for 480 in a tropical storm Saturday against Alabama, maybe we start having a different conversation. But he's got a lot. He's still got to put on film and body of work and all of that stuff. So I don't think that happens right away.
And that's kind of what I figured. But I value you guys' opinion, so I appreciate the time that y'all took to answer my question. Sure. I'll hang up and listen to the rest of the show. I appreciate it, guys.
All right,
absolutely.
Thanks for the call.
Thank
you. Yeah, see, I fixed it.
You did.
Yep.
You just put Hillary on the thing, though.
Yeah, but that's who we were talking to.
Yeah.
I mean, let's give her some credit.
She's the Iowa fan, right?
I think that's right.
from last week?
I think that's right.
Okay.
2 weeks till Iowa starts.
Yay.
Yeah, hey, come on.
Yay. You still left the Freeze helmet all the way at the top.
I know I need to bring it down.
What happened?
I don't know. Campbell took a shot at Freeze today.
Did you plant that one?
I didn't.
Neal?
I didn't.
Neal?
I didn't.
Did you plant it?
No, I didn't. She said it's a little easier to cheer for Ole Miss now. I thought, well, you're not wrong. Who do we have? Hey, who's this?
Turn your device
Turn
down.
Turn your device down.
I'm sorry.
You're okay.
I'm sorry. I had to cut it off. This is Ben and T-Pro.
What's up, Ben?
Hey, it seems like when the 4%ers end up talking to you guys, it's always after their other half calls in for them. Why is that? Have y'all noticed that?
I have not.
Sorry.
I haven't noticed that.
We do have some of our female listenership is definitely just through association.
That is not true. That's not true.
You think it's all very primary
It's
listening?
all absolutely.
She didn't sound like she was from around here. I don't know where he
We
found
think
her.
she's from
but,
Iowa.
Yeah,
I did.
She's a Midwestern.
I've noticed a few times that when they call in, it's usually the guy that's like, "Hey, I got a 4% on for you. Here you go."
And
hands it off.
I've never noticed it that way. I don't sense that, so I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Okay, well, you might want to rewind.
No.
Hey,
Kamala
was the Ugandan giant, not the Ugandan warrior.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. Trust me on this.
Okay.
Look, Jerry Lawler found him. He's from Mississippi.
Yeah, he's from Clarksdale, right?
Somewhere around there, yeah. And Lawler found him and had the idea and did the makeup and everything. And I'm gonna tell you, as a kid, I was scared. I ain't gonna lie, he was scary.
Yeah, he was amazing. Those were the glory days of wrestling. I mean, because those were my glory days of wrestling. Kamala and Junkyard Dog and Kevin Sullivan and Teddy
Handsome
Atlas.
Jimmy Valiant.
Yeah, the assassin.
Remember, Handsome Jimmy would grab you and kiss you right in the mouth.
The assassin number 2 from Parts Unknown.
Moondogs.
Yeah, Cowboy Jim.
Remember the Moondogs?
Cowboy Jim Watts.
And the Dirty Dutchman.
Yeah.
The hairiest man alive. He looked like a Neanderthal.
What in the hell are y'all talking about?
Me and you're getting along right now, like me and Chase did last time I called.
I know.
Hey, I want to ask you a personal question. You're always working out. You took advantage of the river birds and all that during COVID. You never mentioned that. I mean, you have a pool. I don't understand why you don't swim laps. I've heard that's like the best.
Yeah, it's not really big enough. It's not really big enough for lap swimming. It's a little small for that.
I got you. Hey, nobody said anything about when Momo got the sack last week, the headbutt from Tom Luke.
Oh, I did.
We talked about it. We talked about it live during the show.
Oh, we did, didn't we?
Yeah, we talked about it during the show. But
oh, okay.
And then several people in our stream said that they played for Tom and that was that he had done that to them as well. It was not a unique occurrence.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't. Like I said, I listened to Kellum and watch live, so I don't get to see y'all during the game. But I have one other thing I want to ask y'all.
Okay.
About Monty. I know Monty was kind of on the staff or whatever, but with COVID, like, is he involved at all, or do you know what's going on?
He's just kind of an analyst. He's just kind of there to help. I mean, his primary coaching career is over, but he's around, and I'm sure he can provide some insight or whatnot. But I think more than anything, he's just kind of enjoying being with his son.
I got you. All right, guys. I appreciate it. Enjoy the show.
Thanks for the call.
Thank you. Presley says she's a 4%er, listens alone. Her husband always asks on Thursday nights, are you listening to your podcast? It is what it is. So
yeah, see, there you go.
There you go. Wants to know what happened between Neal and Freeze. I mean, nothing really. Few things, nothing.
Yeah, there was some stuff. There was some stuff. I don't think he and I will ever exchange Christmas cards.
Did you know this about
I mean, I think Freeze owes me an apology. I do.
you are mentioning Kamala, born in Senatobia, died in Oxford 2 months ago.
Kamala did?
Died in Oxford 2 months ago.
Kamala was in Oxford and I didn't know it?
Kamala died of cardiac arrest due to complications stemming from diabetes and COVID-19 at age 70 on August 9, 2020 in Oxford, Mississippi.
Oh, I feel cheated.
You did not know this, huh?
No, I would have enjoyed going to talk to Kamala. I would have
Birth name James Arthur Harris. Yeah.
I would have gotten him on. I would have gotten him on the podcast. Hey, who do we have?
Hey, this is Michael, long-time listener, first-time caller. How are you guys?
Hey, Michael, we're good. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. This is actually the only second time I've watched Hand Raise Guys live. The girlfriend is out of the house tonight. So,
what have you been doing with your life?
Well, I went to work this morning, class this afternoon, and beers ever since. So I'm about 6 deep.
Okay.
Where you at?
Memphis.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Yeah, Midtown. So I'm right across the road from like Locals, Lafayette Room, all that kind of stuff.
Where's the girlfriend at tonight?
She went back home to her mom's house to go help out with some stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
So
it's not a girls' night. Not a girls' night out or anything.
I hope it is. Maybe she'll get it out of the system. I don't know.
Oh, get it out of her system. What's in her system?
A little stir crazy. So she's been job searching. She's been in between jobs for about a month now. So you know how that is. Get a little stir crazy. She's been kind of, you know how it is. You get in the house too long. You start, egging me on by going bicycle riding and all this other stuff, and kind of hoping she expends some energy this weekend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't really have a question, I don't guess. I mean, I don't know. I've never called in before. It's the only second time I watched it, so I thought I'd give you guys a holler. I've been, keeping up with you guys since, high school, actually. So.
Oh, really? What year was that?
Don't make me feel old, because I got a thing from the AARP today, and I don't need anything else. Don't.
Did you?
Yeah, I threw it away. Don't even.
You didn't fill it out?
Yeah.
Hell no.
You get a bunch of discounts.
Neal was the same exact age as my mother. In fact, I think Neal was just only like 2 months older than my mom.
Hey, it's been nice talking to you. Have a great night. Enjoy yourself.
Hey, 50 is the new 40, didn't you hear?
I did not.
And black is still slimming.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is navy blue, but thank
Close
you.
enough.
Close enough. Thanks for the call.
You too, guys. Have a good night.
Are you paying attention to your Bears at all?
It's 10-0.
Okay.
Why? I mean, let Trubisky play.
Flip it to baseball real quick. Let's see what we got going on.
What channel is that? Do you know?
Baseball moves around so much, I have no idea what channel it is.
Tulane's playing Houston in college football.
Those suits are great.
Tulane, man.
Those suits are awesome.
Tulane's uniform game.
They know who they are, and
they're not the national champions, but they are the national uniform champions. Hey, who do we have?
Hey, got David from Georgia.
David from Georgia. How are you, man?
I'm all right, man. How you doing?
Oh, we're doing great.
What part of Georgia are you in?
Bon Air. It's right outside Warner Robins, about 2 hours south of Atlanta.
Warner Robins is who always in the Woolly World Series, right? I think I'm right. Okay, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Well, speaking about baseball, I wanted to get you guys thoughts on how you guys think the Braves are going to match up against the Dodgers in the NLCS. I mean, the Braves pitching's been unreal so far.
Well, if they keep pitching like this, they're going to be great.
They're also so damn confident right now that it does become a momentum game when this is going on. I mean, frankly, they kind of need, in a weird way, they need the Dodgers to go ahead and win. Like, I feel like they just need to keep playing. You don't need a little bit of a layoff here. You don't need whatever.
Well, isn't there going to be a layoff until Tuesday anyway?
Is it the same no matter what?
Yeah, because they have to move to Where's that series is going to be in Arlington?
The NLCS is going to be at Globe Life Field up in Arlington.
Yeah, so they've got to move to Arlington and quote quarantine for a few days.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Personally, I'd rather they played 5 and, like Neal said with the Cubs and the Marlins, use every pitcher they have for 45 innings and just run through everything they got. But I mean, if you think about it, they got through this series without Acuna hitting, without Ozuna hitting, and Freddie only got 2 hits, I think.
Yeah. No, look, they're pitching it like crazy. The young arms start to come around. They can. Well, what they do though offensively is they stress you so much because they can hit it out of the ballpark 1 through 9. I mean, that's the thing is. I mean, Swanson hits 2 home runs yesterday, I think. I mean, no, they didn't hit both of them. But, like, either way, it's like this deal where they can rely on pitching and kind of the bloop and the blast in the 90s baseball a little bit the way they hit. So there is that to it. Now, look, the Dodgers are still the favorite. The Dodgers are playing really good baseball. We just expected of the Dodgers, so we don't necessarily talk about it as much. But, I mean, what do you think, Neal? I mean, it's only 4 out of 7, so it's close to 50-50. But, I mean, it's 58-42 Dodgers, I would think, right? Something like that.
I would probably go 60-40 Dodgers, but I mean, my whole thing is, and everybody keeps talking about Ozuna being the best offseason signing that they did, and I mean, Travis d'Arnaud's got to be taking offense to that. I mean, he's been better than anybody else on the roster.
Ozuna's been really good for the Braves.
Ozuna has been really good for the Braves, but d'Arnaud has taken a young pitching staff and worked them through a season where their number 1 starter went down with an Achilles injury.
I don't know if you know this, but Travis d'Arnaud was on the 2015 Mets, and so I can't compliment him.
Neal, you're getting emotional. Stop it.
It is what it is. I mean,
I know. But d'Arnaud's been awesome all year, receiving a young pitching staff, and in the postseason, he's hitting the ball out of the ballpark. So
he did have.
I just wanted to get you guys' opinion on it and see what you guys had to say. So I think the Braves have got a little better than a puncher's chance at it.
They do. I mean, it's 4 out of 7. It's baseball. I mean, like I said, it's such a confidence game. The way they're playing, sure, they got a shot. I mean, much as anybody.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll let you guys get to the next call. And love watching you.
Thanks,
Appreciate
David.
it. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Yeah. Warner Robins, Georgia. They won the 2007 Little League World Series, beating Japan in the final. And
How the hell was I supposed to know that?
And then their Little League softball team won the 2009 and 2010 Little League World Series. So how about that?
How about that? It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, boy. It's awesome.
You didn't have that across the tip of your tongue?
I did not.
It's also the home of Jake Fromm.
I knew that.
Okay.
All right. Why is Foles still in?
Because he's their quarterback. Is Trubisky the answer? Is he going to do something to amaze you over there?
No, but this is stupid.
You paid Foles all the money.
$20 million.
So you play him.
I guess.
What are you worried about?
I don't know. What's up, caller? Who's this? Hey, who's this?
What's going on, boys?
Who do we have?
It's Tommy from Oxford.
Hey, Tommy.
What's going on, guys?
Oh, we're just reminiscing about the 2007 Little League World Series. Really exciting stuff.
Yeah, guess it's pretty good, ain't it?
Oh, it's so great.
Where are you at tonight? You at home?
I am in Carlisle, Pennsylvania.
Where is Carlisle? That's near.
I think we asked this last week.
Oh, did we?
This was straight up 81.
That narrowed it down.
Right on the other side of Maryland. It's about 50 miles north of the Maryland line.
So you're kind of near, like, no joke, not too far from where Flight 93 went down.
I think that's up there on 80 somewhere across there, ain't it?
I'm not sure.
I want to say it is. I've been through there. I think it's on 80. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on
I landed in Baltimore one time, and there was a sign about it, and they said you could get to that spot from Baltimore in like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I actually thought about going, but I didn't.
Yeah, you probably could, and I think it'd take a little bit longer than that, though.
Yeah, I can't remember. There was a sign in the airport.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, you guys think we got a shot this weekend?
A shot at what? winning
I don't know.
Winning the game?
A shot at being competitive. How about that?
Yeah, a shot at being more competitive than perhaps you would have been had you not made a coaching change.
Lane has subtly planted that seed on how bad the scores have been the last 3 years. Basically going, hey, if I beat that, progress. Like it's kind of moving up.
But I mean, a shot at winning? No.
No. I don't think we do either. So, I mean, it'd be nice to do it, but I guess stranger things have happened. But
yeah, I mean, stranger things have happened. It wouldn't be the biggest upset in the history of college football, but it would be way up there. I mean, people would talk about it for years to come. I mean, what's the line tonight? Do you know, is it still 24?
What, Ole Miss and
yeah. I mean, you rarely see a 24-point underdog pull off a win. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Oh, I got a question for Chase tonight.
All right.
Sure. 23 and a half.
You're a pretty big golfer, right?
I am, yeah.
My son's 9, and I'm starting to take him to the golf course with me.
Okay.
I can't get the baseball swing out of him.
Ooh.
Well, he's not going to hit the ball up that high. I mean, that's not going to happen.
Well, he's dipping down with his knees, instead of, he's not stepping into it and swinging, but he's still swinging it like he's swinging a baseball bat, but he's just kind of going at that angle, but he's bending down and dipping his knees and trying to get closer to the ball with that same swing.
I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to picture what you're talking about, because you still, I mean, that's the thing with kids. They're so dang flexible and athletic that, I mean, you still want, I mean, in a golf swing is still pretty athletic. I mean, you still want to be in an athletic stance. I mean, your knees are bent. I'll get you an answer. How about that? I don't know. That's a good question because I hadn't really thought about it that way because, I'll ask a couple people. We'll see what they say. I will say you're doing the right thing, though. You're getting him out there at the range and just letting him hit around. Oh, he's topping everything?
He tops everything.
Sounds like he's not hitting, so much of it with kids like that, you're not hitting down on it very well. Like you're trying to scoop it off. So, I mean, I would almost have him try to take like some really big divots and really kind of go down and through the ball because I think that also would help with what you're talking about. I think he's stepping out, he's coming off the ball, whereas you almost tell him, you don't want to tell him to hit behind the ball or anything, but you kind of want him to drive the ball into the ground. Does that make sense?
Right.
Because I think that's what he's doing. I think he's trying to just hit the ball off the ground instead of hitting the ball into the ground. Because, I mean, it takes a little bit of mental sense, but, I mean, in golf, you hit it into the ground to make it actually go in the air.
Look, Tommy, if you need some lessons, just holler, okay? I mean, I'm busy, but I can make it. I can fit you in.
I bet me and you are on the same level. Which I don't know. You're probably better than me. I'm pretty horrible. I mean, Chase is probably pretty good. I'm pretty horrible. I hope Avery's not watching me actually because I bend my hip like almost like I'm swinging a baseball bat myself, but I haven't been playing a real long time.
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty damn good. I mean, I'm in the 150s consistently.
Me too.
Oh well, then let's get it on.
Yeah, I mean, I hit I do a 60 on 9 holes at the links.
That's really good. Wow.
You and Neal could roll.
Yeah, I think we need to do a team.
Yeah, I'll bring the beer. Hey, thanks for the call, Tommy.
All right, man. You guys have a good night.
That was Tommy. Someone says we're like Feinbaum back in the day. It kind of does feel like that.
There's a little bit of that here.
There's no doubt. Or as Jay would say, there's no doubt. Thank you, Webb, for the super chat. He says, thank you for all the hard work this week. Been MIA. Hurricane planning has been nuts. For the military, praying for y'all this weekend in Louisiana during Delta. I think we're going to be fine. I'm more worried about Louisiana. Let's see. Who do we have? Hey, who do we have?
It's Grime.
What's up, Grime?
Nothing much, man. Just about probably about a day or two. Finally done cooled off from Saturday. Finally look cool. Good thing you guys don't do hand raise on Sundays or on Mondays, boy. Because it would have been a whole different grind, man.
Yeah, that was not a great look for the Tigers that night.
No, man, it wasn't. But before I get to that, but hey, I did call the Ole Miss Kentucky game though. I said that
you did.
Lane Kiffin would do enough through the air, to get the dub for Ole Miss. But the O-line for Kentucky would show their strength.
Well, they showed that. I mean, Kentucky ran for
408.
Kiffin said 1,000 yards.
Yeah, well, somebody said they ran for 400, and he goes, 408 actually.
Yeah,
sure.
Well, see, from what I saw and what I thought, Kentucky actually attacked Ole Miss differently than what I thought. It wasn't really much of an A-gap, B-gap scheme as what I saw from the big plays on the ground. Is they were running a gap, guard and tackle pull scheme, but they were having that tight end number 83. And I don't know who the ends, for Ole Miss are, but, once the running back hit the line of scrimmage, that tight end was watching that end down where the offensive guard used to be. And so, I mean, you just can't do anything about that. It wasn't really so much of a scheme thing for Ole Miss. It was just so much, I mean, like you guys say, they just, once they recruit, they'll be better.
Yeah, it's not scheme. It's players.
Yeah. Yeah. But with that Auburn Georgia game, see, man, I was on Saturday I had woke up feeling a little different. I know I called in on Thursday, I was like, I'm not too sure. I think we're gonna lose. But man, I woke up on Saturday, I was like, you know what, man, I feel like we got to be a quarterback and all that other stuff. So I hit up one of my guys and I forgot his girlfriend, they live together. I forgot she was a Georgia fan, but I was like, what, it's all good. I'm gonna be on my P's and Q's. I'm doing my best behavior. And so, I bought steaks, I bought shrimp. I was in charge of the grill. I was feeling good. Man, I was so pissed. Man, I couldn't even, I just rewatched the game yesterday to see actually what went wrong. And man, when I tell you the first half on defense, I don't know what Kevin Steele was thinking. For example, there was a play when Georgia came out with double tights. If you're looking at the TV, they got double tights to the top of the screen with a receiver, and then they have an H-back to the bottom of the screen with another receiver down there. And what they're about to run is a wide receiver sweep to the top of the screen. Man, tell me why our defensive end is still outside the tackle, and you have double tights to his side. You've already lost. And when you add in how dominant the offensive line was, you've already lost. And your linebackers are undersized to take on the blocks. And Georgia was just out scheming them. It got to the point to where once I did my rewatch, I didn't even have to watch the second half. I watched the highlights of Tank Bigsby to see how he looked, but it was just a pure we out coached you. You're not making adjustments, none of that. And that was probably the most disappointing thing on defense.
So what's that mean for Auburn moving forward? How has it sort of adjusted what you think for the year?
I mean, as far as that scheme can get better, but like I told you when you asked me last week when I called in and you asked me what changes did Auburn do against Kentucky, to help them out.
Sure.
I didn't even first thing I said, I didn't even talk about the changes. I said, on the Cavassier smoke touchdown, I had 3 techniques got cake. That's the first thing I brought up. And I feel like that just foreshadowed the whole night. And I mean, you can't, ain't no free agency in college football. You got what you got. And you just got to hope that, no other offensive line that you face would be as dominant, Alabama will, but, other than, just got to hope the other teams won't have that willpower and that you're able to scheme up something. That's why I think The Ole Miss game is going to be tough because Lane Kiffin is going to scheme up some things. Because what he was doing to those Kentucky linebackers with those with the fake handoffs to Snoop Conn and sending the tight end up the B gap to make it seem like he's blocking, and then he streaks down the field for the touchdown. I mean, it's such good play calling that you're gonna have to match it. And we don't have the athletes this year like we had. Like I said last year with Derrick Brown and all that, where we can just overpower somebody at the line of scrimmage.
You at all worried about Arkansas?
I mean, I feel like I'm different from, like, I feel like I'm like the fan base, is looking at it looking at it one way, and I feel like, man, it's like even if he does win, like, what does that mean? Like,
it doesn't mean it means nothing if he wins.
And over and over.
Yeah,
and the offensive line is horrible. And I know that JG, I listen to G-Piss, man. I rock with you. I rock with you, Chase, and I rock with you, Neal. Anything y'all putting out, I'm listening to it. And I listen to G-Piss, man. And I know Jay ain't want to tell you them grades, but I'm going to tell you this. Pro Football Focus has graded 108 left tackles so far in college football. Auburn starting left tackle is number 108. Number 108. His passing grade for PFF was an 8. I think you get that. I think they turn on the film and like, okay, his thigh pads ain't on his hamstrings. Okay, he good.
That's like
I think you get an 8 just for that.
You get you get a certain number of points on the ACT just for writing your name down.
Exactly.
Don't jump off sides every play. Okay,
you see what I'm
saying? That's why, and I'm with you, and I'm always scared to do this. Like people say, talking about Ole Miss and Alabama, like there's no way, forget it. But Ole Miss and Auburn, because Auburn's offensive line is so yeah, exactly. Auburn's offensive line is so average.
Below. Don't give them that. Don't give them that.
No, you're probably right.
Don't give them that.
So
don't give them
that.
And
look, Ole Miss's defense is bad so far. I mean, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but it's been bad so far. But I'm not positive that the way Auburn is built, they can capitalize on it. And
I'm telling.
I think there's a chance in 2 weeks that's the upset.
What you gonna say, man? Don't let me cut you off. What you saying?
Well, I think there's a chance in 2 weeks that's the chance for Ole Miss to pull off an upset. Ole Miss could play Alabama 100 times, and I'm not convinced it would win one. Ole Miss could play Auburn 100 times, and it would win some. And so there's a chance that to me that's the part of that that's interesting. It's that Auburn. And I've told you this before. I covered Auburn all those years, and I worked in Alabama all those years. And all those years, Auburn had this really solid to really good offensive front, and they always had a bell cow or two in their backfield. And this year they don't. And it's
the closer thing to it is Tank Bigsby. He a pup.
Yeah, and so it's really when I watch Auburn right now, it's kind of disconcerting a little bit. It doesn't look right. And so,
and see, man, the quotes that I read a quote that, man, concerned me, and I played ball, and so I know. And it's a quote that I read that concerned me, man. It was from one of the starting safeties, and they asked him, what was the message at halftime, and it was the same. It reminded me when we were playing Marlon Humphrey and Darrell Williams in the playoffs, and we was down 21 to Hoover, and they was down 21 to Georgia, and he said the same thing that our coaches said, man. And he said that. The coaches just told us, we just got to work harder. That is no scheme. That is nothing. That is no game plan. That is nothing. That is basically saying, I mean,
that's the white flag. It's surrender. Yeah.
It is horrible, and the butt wouldn't continue, and so, yeah, man, it's just and. I don't know if you guys noticed in the chat, but like I said a couple of days ago, man, I'm just waiting until September 18th because people saying that, James Franklin wouldn't leave for Penn State, but, we already had this talk. And next year, Auburn go up to Happy Valley September 18th, and we're going to see.
Oh, Auburn goes up there next year. Wow.
Yeah. And before I get off the phone, man, do you want to go ahead and give a eulogy for your boy Jimmy Butler? Why you can, while he's still in the finals.
You don't think three?
Come on.
You don't think they win 3 in a row?
Oh, you're beat up on You're beating up on a 14-year-old kid right now. Come on now.
Man, he just ran up against the GOAT, and he's gonna be the first player to get 3 rings with 3 different franchises. It just had to be like that, man.
Did you see Stephen A. Smith today? I mean, where it's like, okay, it's so obvious that you all are taking these debate talking points. It's so stupid. It's so
man,
stupid.
To be honest with you, man, I really don't even watch too much of that. Like, I'll watch the little clips that come up on Instagram, but as far as watching the full shows anymore,
I don't
like
watch
I really watch what I call what I call grassroots media, like you guys and stuff like that, where it's real more connected to what I'm interested in. It's just really so vague, and them guys just go off on tangents so much.
Jimmy Butler will always have Game 3 though. Grind in Game 3, he was a stud.
Oh yeah, and he marked his death when he said they in trouble. And so, but you right though, man. You right. He a good player. I ain't gonna talk him down too much.
No, he's a great player. They're a fun team. They just took it as far as they could take it.
Yeah. Well, all right, man. You
all
guys
right,
have continue having a good show, and see you guys on Saturday.
All right, Grind. Be good.
All right, man.
See.
13-0 now. Bucks over the Bears. Feels like it should be so much worse.
You're real close. Only 2 scores.
Have the Bears had a first down yet? Maybe one.
Well, the Bucs are going to be 4-1.
You worried?
I don't believe in the Saints, so sure, yeah, why not? I mean, the Saints are going 9-7.
When are we letting fans in the stands?
Miami is this week or next week or something.
Oh, really?
Like soon, right?
Because the governor opened it wide open.
What are the Gators doing this weekend?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
Who do we have?
It's Cam in Dallas.
Who is it?
Cam
in Dallas.
Hey, Cam, what's up, man?
Man, I got it bad.
Uh-oh.
I got it real bad. You got Ole Miss's defense. They're terrible. And my NFL team's the Cowboys, so the Cowboys are probably worse than Ole Miss's defense. I mean, they're awful. Awful. Terrible. So, but we have no shot this weekend against Bama.
Cowboys don't need to lose this weekend.
Who are they playing this weekend? I never about gave up. And Cowboys are terrible. I mean, quarterback throws for 500 yards and you still lose. That's ridiculous.
They play the Giants. You don't need to lose that one.
Oh, God. They probably would. If Eli was still playing, they'd lose to him. I promise you.
Well, Eli's not playing, and it shows.
What would you do about the quarterback situation in Dallas?
With Dak?
Yeah.
I'm not giving him any. 40 is probably the max that I'd give him.
$40 million?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's just because the cap resets this year. I mean, it's going to go up obviously with the new CBA. That's why he didn't sign this year, because they just got the new CBA. So he's going to sign next year, and the cap will be whatever. But they need all the money they can get on defense, and they need to get some of these guys out of here. I mean, dear Lord, they don't have a linebacker. I don't think at all. I don't know what happened to Jalen Smith. He's terrible. They don't have a defensive backfield, and Earl Thomas is just out there just walking around. It blows my mind.
$40 million?
Yeah, that's what he wants.
I mean, that's what he wants.
4-0?
I mean,
that is what
he
Dak
wants
to sign.
He wants $5 and $40 a year.
Yes.
He wants a 5-year deal worth $200 million?
Yep. That's what he wants. I mean, he's playing lights out, but he ain't that. I can promise you. He's not. He thinks he's Lamar Mahomes. I guess. I guess he thinks he's Lamar Jackson and Mahomes put together. I mean, I don't know.
Well,
it's ridiculous.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. I mean, I like him. He's a good guy. Whatever.
I'd give Mahomes that, and my list of people that I would give that to stops at Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Well, The NFL overpays on quarterbacks, though, because there's only so few of them. So if you have even a guy that might be, you go ahead and lock him up and you pay him. Now, again, I wouldn't pay Dak, but I'm just saying.
Nothing against Dak Prescott, but he will never be Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, what? No.
He's on pace to break the all-time NFL passing record.
Yeah, he's never going to be Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, he'll never. Yeah, no. Nope. But I wouldn't even give Lamar that. I don't think Lamar throws a good enough.
No, and Lamar's a good player.
He's dynamic.
Yeah, no, but my list of people who would get that number is one. It's number one, Patrick Mahomes, and that's it.
Yeah, and maybe a prime Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, but I'm talking about today.
I mean, not now.
I'm talking about today.
Oh, today, yeah. I mean, yeah. Mahomes, he's ridiculous. He does some crazy stuff.
I mean, I think about it with Justin Herbert, but
hey, one of my friends hates Justin Herbert.
Why?
He's not bad. I like him.
He just got the full-time job in with the Chargers.
I like him. He's got a good set of receivers too. They got Mike Williams and Keenan Allen.
Tyrod Taylor has now lost his job twice to injury. Look at the Bears with the 2 first downs in one drive. Is that allowed? Are you allowed to get 2 first downs in one drive?
I mean, I guess.
I'm being a bitter Bears fan. Sorry, just
lifelong.
But
forgive me.
They see the Bears. For me,
yeah,
the Bears have a really good defense.
They do.
They need to be playing Trubisky because I mean he's still young. Yeah, he not the best, but he can get you. I mean, he can get you to 10-6, possibly 11-5. It ain't gonna be Foles. I mean, yeah, it's like he wins a Super Bowl and y'all just forget that he was with the Chiefs and was god awful. I mean, he was like right after Matt Castle. I mean, it was terrible with the Chiefs.
Look at the Bears managing the clock here. 29 seconds to go. They're in the huddle. What are we doing?
Is it second quarter?
Yeah. Did I read the clock wrong? Surely I did.
Yeah, because they're in no hurry.
Okay.
They have 16.
Oh, 2:53 to go. I'm sorry. I read the clock wrong.
You got a while there, bud.
Forgive me.
Hey, Neal, what do you think about I think David Montgomery, he's about like Matt Forte. I mean, they do some similar things.
Yeah, he's a good Iowa boy.
That's a pretty good comparison, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Forte was so underrated. Oh, he was so good.
Forte is really underrated from a career standpoint.
He was so good.
Yeah.
Caught the ball in the backfield so well. Did a lot of stuff.
Man, he was good.
Look at Foles just.
When did y'all pick him in the first round? Was he a first round pick?
Second round pick. Forte, I can't remember. That was before my fandom.
Yeah, that was Neal. That was before Neal's
my
lifelong fandom.
Yeah, it was before my lifelong fandom began.
That's funny. Oh man.
There's Cordero Patterson. 2 the 3.
I remember him.
Look at the Bears. Look at the Bears. Here we go. Bear down. Hey, thanks, Cam.
All right.
Patterson just kind of like runs deep and catches it, right? That's kind of all he does.
I think so. I'm not sure.
Not up on that one.
I don't know. They're just not very good.
So who else is at night on Saturday? Who are we watching or following?
That's a great question because our whole plan got screwed.
What time's OSU and Missouri playing?
11 a.m.
Oh, so
SEC Network alternate channel.
While Alabama and Ole Miss are playing at 6:30.
Thank you.
Yes.
You just caught on. Good job.
State and Kentucky's at 6:30.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, yeah.
So we'll have 2 games. I'll put State and Kentucky right here.
They're going to win. Kentucky's going to win.
Jeffrey picked State.
Did he?
Yeah.
We'll get the end of Arkansas and Auburn while we're on air. Get the second half.
They're at 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll get the second half there. And we'll get the
Campbell still couldn't name the Arkansas quarterback, even after he won a game.
You've told her like 6 times.
Yeah, it's in one ear, out the other.
Tennessee and Georgia, we'll get the end. We'll get the fourth quarter of that.
That should be a good game. I think it's a good game.
Yeah, it's fine. That's it. Everything else is 11 a.m. that we're dealing with. 7-3 against the spread last week. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I had a good week.
That'll play.
I stayed in it.
Of course you stayed in it. It's week 3.
Yeah, but I've been bad before where I was We were picking
night.
We were picking horse races in November.
Oh, that is true. Remember when we picked the horse race that had already happened?
I do.
We just Googled it. It was like, oh, well, I know who wins that one.
That looks good.
Canadian football, a lot of Masoli games back in the day.
Is there what represents success for Ole Miss on Saturday?
Is it dry at all?
I don't know.
Because that changes it, though, because if the weather is pretty good, I think just scoring some points.
That's what I think.
Nobody expects anything from the defense. So I'm not judging the defense unless they play really well. And I go, okay, well, you can build off that.
Yeah.
Offensively, you want them to look competent. I mean, look, Bama didn't blow out Missouri the whole game. Second half, they kind of shut it down. So can it look like that or a little better? There's stuff you can do. I think something along the 52-28, 52-31, something like that's a success for Ole Miss.
That's what I said. I was on Jocks with Ryan Brown and them, and I said anything that covers.
Yeah.
Not from a betting standpoint, but just from a scoreboard standpoint. A cover is good.
No Ole Miss fan is going to get beat 48-31 and go, oh, my God.
Oh, no, you take that.
They're like, whoa, hey. I mean, but here's the deal. It's like you said, it's the ultimate free shot. There's nothing.
Oh, no.
Where you go, oh, well, that's a problem.
No,
nothing. I mean, if they get beat 62-10.
Doesn't matter. As long as everybody's healthy.
Yeah, all right.
Your game is next week in Fayetteville, and then it's the week after that with the shot at Auburn. And then you go to Vanderbilt. And then you get an open date, and then you get South Carolina. Oh, this is free shot city. Bears score. He's in. David Montgomery in the end zone for the Bears. Not over yet. 13, about to be 13-7.
I don't need the Bears to win a football game right here.
I know you're kind of cheering for my boys.
Jeffrey said we picked the CFL playoff game that had already happened. So that too. Yeah.
So we all got it right. I probably still missed it.
Neil Grantham says, can the Rebels force 2 punts each half?
Ooh.
That feels...
Well, don't get greedy.
No, you don't have any read on how good your offensive coordinators are, but they're good.
Yeah.
DJ Durkin and Chris Partridge are not the problem.
They need players.
Yeah, I mean...
That's
kind of what Grind said. Hey, you just got to work harder. No, you need better players to work.
You need better dudes to work.
Yeah.
We did a soft verbal today talking about Tywan Malone. You need guys like him.
Gonna play a hell of a first base.
You need about 6 of those guys.
Moves pretty well for his size, really. Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, if what you have to do to get him is tell him he can play baseball.
You have to do that.
And then if he can play baseball, awesome. I mean, let's not do this thing about, he can't miss the spring. Oh, for the love of God, shut up.
He wants to play baseball.
We're watching an entire season where everyone missed the spring. Stop.
I mean, he's likely not going to Ohio State because of their baseball program.
He's going to an SEC program because of baseball.
Yeah. It's Ole Miss or Tennessee, I think.
Or Texas A&M.
Yeah. I think it's Ole Miss or Tennessee.
Zach thinks it's Ole Miss or A&M. So
either way.
I'll take y'all's words for it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, look, hey, I'll come here if you can play baseball. Well, then here's a mitt. I mean,
yeah, of course.
Sure, have at it.
Sure.
He's a top 50 player in the country for anybody who's not sure who Tywan Malone is. I was looking up his actual ranking right now.
I did miss the game, Jeffrey says. Yeah. I missed the CFL game that had already happened.
Tywan Malone is a 6'4", 300-pound defensive tackle from Bergen Catholic in New Jersey.
He's a 5.9 4-star.
He is ranked 48th nationally. He's the number 1 player in New Jersey and the number 5 defensive lineman in the country.
Yeah, he's essentially a 5-star player.
Very, 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 very good.
He can pick up the phone and go where he wants to go.
Yeah. That is true. Chris Partridge on him from Ole Miss, obviously, with Partridge's ties in that area. So, yeah.
Ooh, Tyler has a good question. Thanks for the super chat. He says, what are your thoughts on why we aren't seeing more injuries in the SEC? We're seeing it in the NFL weekly.
Sample size is still small, but
yes, true. I don't know that I have an answer for that. Knock on wood, it stays this way.
Ole Miss has done a pretty good job of playing a lot of guys. Even with the lack of depth, they're playing a lot of players.
The college guys did get to campus June 8th.
Yeah.
They've had a lot of time to get in shape. A lot of them missed some time because of COVID. Not necessarily COVID itself, but close contacts, tracing, and all that stuff. But
Missouri out 7-8 players on Saturday.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, something like that. Pull up Gabe's thing, see if he said it. But yeah, Missouri's out players again this week from a COVID standpoint. 7 players to miss LSU game due to quarantines. No idea. 1 positive, 6 tracing. That was from earlier in the week. They have not got today's test back yet, so at least 7. It could be more.
Okay. I feel good about LSU minus the 20.5.
Let's see. There is something. It's not overly fair because the NFL's dealing with it too. But Lane's talked about the whole time that programs that kind of do this the right way and are fairly, I don't know if strict's the word, but monitor and do some kind of these things could impact this. I mean, Missouri's had this problem for 3 weeks now. They hadn't been able to clear this yet. So for whatever reason, I find that kind of interesting.
We've got some time to take a call. If you want to call, 662-259-0991. That's the Rafters Music and Food Hotline. It's 13-7 Bucs, 1:43 to go in the half. Grind asked a question about would you rather your team have all 5 offensive linemen, defensive linemen, and LBs, meaning I think 5 stars, but every skill spot is a 3-star or less.
Or the other way around.
Or the other way around. So once Hugh Neal, the former Auburn offensive line coach, Ole Miss offensive line coach, he asked me that question. He said, all right, would you rather have 5 great offensive linemen and an average running back, or 5 average offensive linemen and a great running back? And me thinking, I'm talking to an offensive line guy, I said, 5 great offensive linemen? And he said, nope. You want the great running back.
He'll figure it out.
You want the great running back.
As long as your linemen are average.
Yeah, of course.
They have to have a 0 WAR.
Yeah. Who do we have?
It's Jeffrey in Memphis.
Jeffrey in Memphis, is that with a G or a J?
That would be with the please, I don't spell it like a freaking French communist. I spell it the appropriate way. Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. Okay, I got
you. Spell it the way Vitter spells it.
Yeah. Also, my wife would like it to be known that Tulane can do powder blue appropriately and Ole Miss cannot, even though she loves her Rebels.
Well, I have to agree with her to a degree here. Tulane has the best uniforms maybe in all of sports.
So the thing I've noticed is
they're very good.
The biggest gender difference that I've noticed is women don't like the fact that Ole Miss's quote-unquote powder blue is like 4 different colors. Whereas we don't really care. We just want to know, does it look good?
Fact. This is Aaliyah in Memphis now. It is a scientific fact that women see more colors than men. So when it is multiple blues over one consistent, I guess you could say, spectrum, which is the Ole Miss world, I see more of that. Like the actual Tulane blue, that is very, very close to UNC. If you put Tulane's blue with UNC, it is the same blue. But is that what Ole Miss is going for? I don't know. Do you want that blue? Do you want this weird color like
Italy
light blue that we have? Do you want the Ole Miss like the baseball blue? The baseball blue is my favorite blue, just personally.
Does it bother you that the?
I like it.
we had this conversation with somebody the other day. Does it bother you that the different blues are different for each sport, and it's not uniform across all?
The girl from Louisiana Monroe, she is my spirit animal. Because everything I have been saying this whole entire time, she said for me. Like, I hate that they're all different. It's different from. Like, what was it the other day? I showed Jeffrey, I think, an Instagram post from the basketball team. And I was like, they were showing the new uniforms. I was like, this is not the powder blue. It's not the same as the football. It's not the same as baseball. It's not the same as softball, soccer, whatever. None of them are the same. Drives me insane. Tulane is gorgeous tonight. Those uniforms, the green pops on the blue. I've decided tonight that Tulane is my AAC team overall.
Yeah, Ole Miss
wants to play Tulane. I'm down for it, just for the uniforms.
Ole Miss isn't necessarily going for the powder blue, honestly. I mean, it's the baseball that's off from everything else now. They're trying to be this Italy blue. I mean, because even the softball uniforms are not as light as the baseball powders.
Why is it so hard to get a
You're
consistent
right,
color?
and that's what devastates me, because the baseball team's who brought it back first, correct?
At least in the three major sports, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so why wouldn't you go with the original? Like, okay, baseball brought it back. This is the color we're bringing back. Looks great. Sorry, Neal. It's the Cardinals blue. Like, it looks good.
Never heard of it.
I know you probably think that's gross, but
Never heard of it. Phillies blue?
Oh, you've never heard
talking
that?
about Phillies blue? Expos
Phillies
blue? Yeah, Expos, Phillies, Royals blue.
Well, it's not even because their helmets in football are not the same blue as the former powder blue helmets. I mean, they're darker than even they were in the Brewer era.
which I will give them credit that this year they tried their best to match the jersey to the helmet, which is totally fine with me. You tried your best. It's not going to be the same because it's like it's not chrome. What's the word? What's the word I'm looking for, babe? It's not matte though. It's the other, like the shiny
the metallic
color.
or whatever.
So you're not going to match it to the uniform.
Monochromatic.
100%.
Well, it's the metallic or the whatever they call the shiny.
Yeah. So I can totally get that, but the fact that, and I actually prefer this color helmet and jersey, but the fact that it doesn't match across all sports bothers the crap out of me. Like, pick a color. So, okay, if they're going to go with this color, it's going to be nails on a chalkboard for me, but change the baseball uniform. You just got to do it. You got to pull the Band-Aid off. You got to go with it. All the colors need to be somewhat the same, and I'm totally fine with it. But the fact that they're not the
maybe
same,
their argument is that their baseball uniform is not actually their blue. It's just doing what Neal talks about, and it's just a throwback to that blue color that a lot of teams do, even if it's not one of their colors. Maybe that's the argument, that the blue is just a baseball blue, if you will, like the Phillies and the Expos and the Cardinals, even though it's not part of their main color scheme.
Well, okay, that's fine, but admit that. But that's where it came from. It started with, the baseball team brought back the powder blues, and that's where it all came from. So they're claiming that's the Ole Miss powder blues. Okay, well, if that's not the Ole Miss powder blues, then say, this isn't the Ole Miss powder blues. We just brought it back as a throwback. But instead, they're saying this is the Ole Miss powder blues. So then they should have gone from that color and gone through, the rest of it. Instead, they were like, okay, we're just going to go off whatever, and every color of blue is going to be this lighter shade. I'm totally for the powder blue. I'm not a Navy girl. I'm really good. I look really good in red. I do look good in powder blue. Navy, it's fine. I'm more of a black than Navy person. But, go with one color and go with it. And going back to my original point, girls see more colors than boys. So, guys will see this powder blue and be like, oh, it's fine. It doesn't match the rest, but it's fine. It messes with girls' heads. The Bears just scored.
That was a hell of a catch by Jimmy Graham. I can see that on
one of my 3 TVs I have in my living room now.
That was a hell of a catch by Jimmy Graham.
So what rooms do you get to decorate?
Yeah, that was a really good catch.
What rooms do you get to decorate, Aaliyah?
I get to decorate them all.
Okay.
I do not get to determine the TVs that are in those rooms. So currently, this is our TV
Is this
situation
what you
in our
dreamed of
home.
when you were in middle school and high school? Did you dream that one day you would have a living room with 3 televisions? Was this the
Absolutely not.
fantasy?
Growing up, we had literally. So this is a good point right now with COVID, actually, because my parents are the prime candidate. Growing up, we had a tube TV in our living room. It was a pretty big tube TV, but we had that TV from the time I remember having a TV until what year did not go to was that 09? 08, 09?
Nuts' first year was 08.
The first year was 08? Okay. So my parents did not go to the Cotton Bowl in 08. Instead, they decided to buy a flat screen TV in 08. So they spent the money, like at that time, I think it was like $1,200 to get a flat screen TV or something like that. So they spent $1,200 to get a flat screen TV instead of going to the Cotton Bowl and watched it on TV. So we had a tube TV. Now my parents still have that same TV. So I had a VCR DVD combo in my room that was like maybe a 15-inch.
Fancy.
Jeffrey opened my eyes to all the spectrums of TV. But when we met, I had a 32-inch in my living room, and he was just offended. Like, it was so bad. He came to my house, and he said, I can't watch TV in your house.
Where's the autographed Rory McIlroy golf bag these days?
It is in the office. So our new home is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath.
Okay.
We do not have a TV in the bathroom yet. I feel like that's coming. I've said yet. So we have the smallest TV in our house. Please do not rob us, people. Is a 50-inch, which is in the guest bedroom. Then in our bedroom we have a 55-inch. In the office that has his Rory McIlroy bag, our desk, everything. He's done the first week he did the after show in the actual office. That has a 65-inch TV, and then the living room has a 70-inch and 2 55s. And he wants to bring 45s? He wants to bring 2 more 45s. He says he doesn't have to hide the wires if he brings 2 more TVs in, and I'm not allowing that. That's not going to happen.
Feels like a lot.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah, it feels like it seems like a lot, frankly.
I will say this. Come Tuesday, TV One will be The Bachelorette. He's promised me this. He's promised me this for a while. But The Bachelorette will be on TV One on Tuesday.
We're going to have to do a beer garden about The Bachelorette because I have a lot of questions about whether I think this was real or contrived or something in between. But I'm not ready to declare that yet.
I'm so excited. And they've already announced the girls that are going to be on the actual Bachelor. So props to ABC. Mm-hmm. They've already said, you know what, COVID's not going to stop us. We're going to shoot off the Bachelorette, and we're going to put the Bachelor back on their regular time because the Bachelor normally,
they all have
premieres.
They all have herd immunity by now, right? I mean, it's.
Oh yeah,
it's good.
Especially when you're making out with everybody in the same house.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're
come on.
Definitely have herd immunity.
You either have herd immunity or you have T-cell immunity, whatever. It's good.
Yeah.
All right,
Same
Aaliyah.
thing.
Thank you for the call. Tell Jeffrey we said we'll talk to him on Saturday.
Okay. Talk to y'all later. Bye.
You gonna be glued to the Bachelorette?
No. I mean, if there's something content related I need to focus on, great. But otherwise,
probably not.
Yeah, it's not really a thing.
It's a lot of TVs.
So your Bears are winning at the half.
Bears are up at the half, 14-13.
Tulane's holding on by 3 in the third quarter.
It's going to be a long day Saturday. For both of us, it's going to be imperative that we sleep in a little bit.
Try to stay.
Which is difficult to do.
I just wake up. I mean,
I do too, and I'm going to make myself go to sleep. you're Tampa Bay, you can't be happy with you dominated.
Yeah,
27 of 30 minutes and you're down by 1.
To Nick Foles.
Super Bowl MVP Nick Foles.
I don't know that I've seen the gray basketball uniform with the script.
It's one of the ones they showed on social media yesterday. Yeah,
so
it's fine.
You don't like the gray basketball suits, period.
I don't.
You'd like for them to get rid of the gray.
The
kids must like them because they've worn them under AK and Kermit.
I'm not a big gray person.
Except road baseball.
Road baseball.
With the city name across the front.
Yes.
You're very traditional in that sense.
Like the Yankees road uniform is fire.
Oh, just the basic gray with the navy and
Boston's. Yep.
Really?
Yep.
That is true. The key is going to bed earlier as opposed to sleeping later. There's a lot of truth to that.
We'll see what happens. I mean, it's going to be a crazy party night for us tomorrow night.
Got a lot going on, huh?
Campbell's coming to town.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Let's see. We've got plenty at rebelgrove.com. Got Neal's picks. Got speaking of Campbell, got the Butcher and the Spin instructor.
Yeah. It was good today. She took a couple of shots. She took a Hugh Freeze shot that was fun. It was fun.
I still think you said
I giggled. No, I didn't.
How many notes have you given her over the 3 weeks?
A few. I've helped a little because she just doesn't know anything. But she made the comment that it was easier to cheer for Ole Miss now. I mean, come on. I get it. Hugh Freeze hung your boy out to dry and made no mistake about it.
And she knew that.
Yeah, she knew it. Mark says, can you get a source in Fayetteville to script some responses for Campbell so all of a sudden knowledgeable one episode? I don't think it's possible.
It is a good running joke, or not really a joke, because she doesn't know who Felipe Franks is.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've tried to tell her multiple times. Let's just say Campbell in 2016 was on social media.
Yeah.
She saw stuff.
I get it. I understand.
All right. Well, we've been going a couple hours, so probably wrap there. We will we'll put this up in podcast form tomorrow. I've got the audition file that actually worked this time. It was my fault last week, but it's here this time. We'll be with you on Saturday 4:30 for pregame show. Chase is taping something with Keith Carter. I'm taping something with Tony Tsoukalis tomorrow. He covers Alabama for Rivals.com. We'll have Ryan Brown with us as well. So we'll have a pregame show 4:30 to 6:25-ish, and then we'll start our watch party at 6:30. We'll be with you until the end of Ole Miss Alabama. Then we will start hand raise guys, and we'll just see what happens Saturday night. That'll be a late night, but we'll be with you for a while at least. And Ole Miss and Alabama 6:30. If you're driving up, stay safe. A lot of rain in the forecast, obviously. And if you're going to be joining us, we look forward to seeing you then. Anything else, Chase?
No, I think we're all good. Yeah, we'll have plenty of stuff on Saturday. A little more on rebelgrove.com tomorrow, leading into 6:30 on Saturday night. So take care. We'll talk to you in a couple days.